right, so before we get into the story,
Yes.
you know, let me see. So this does go a while back.
Of course.
And, you know, Phil is either going to do one or two things. The reason we fucking had to run him down, and this happened fucking twice, is because the guy likes to talk a lot of shit on the internet. And the fucking beauty of the fighting game community is that, you know, you can hide behind a fucking screen and talk shit just like how we have these internet trolls. But with Street Fighter, you have to show up physically to the fucking tournament.
Exactly.
Alright, so, you know, everybody comes from fucking different places, different backgrounds. You know, mine was a little rougher, and I come from a place where, like, hey, you fucking talk shit, you know, you're gonna have to fucking back it up when you get face to face or, you know, whatnot, you know, so a little bit of a different era. So I guess it starts in 2002.
Okay.
It was EVO, and this is before they even started going to Vegas. They were at UCLA that year, and he started like some fucking hate website or something like that. It was like his first website, and you know, the forum for the chat was shoryuken.com, SRK. Yes, it was UCLA, loophole, and it was that year. And let me see, it was like he was talking a bunch of shit against like the top Marvel players. So Shady K was one of them, and Shady K didn't like him too much because he would like run his mouth so much. I mean, this guy would make posts that were like a mile long or whatnot. So we had them fucking play a money match, and I think it was like first to 10 for like $100, or it was first to 5. Yeah, I think it was like first to 10 for $100. And they played the first game, and it was on the big screen, and Shady K won the first game. Then after that, it was one of the Cannon brothers. Yeah, it might have been $200 for 10 games, but I know it was increments of $10 because I'll get to that in a minute. So he lost the first game, and then after that, one of the Cannon brothers was like, dude, we're behind schedule. We can't fucking do this. And, you know, they just cut it off, and it ended. So when DSP was leaving with like him and a couple of his boys, it was that's when it was time to like roll up on him. We followed them outside, and we caught him outside, and I'm there with my freaking JVC kaboom box and shit, because that's how I rolled and stuff. And I was with a couple of my fucking boys, and they were getting up in like, you know, DSP's fucking friends' faces too, just to fucking make sure none of them got crazy, but they were all fucking shitting bricks.
Okay.
And then, to be honest, there was another guy there. I don't know if you guys ever heard of his name's Desmond Pinkney. He's Executioner. He was a Marvel 2 player. I remember him being there. One of his friends was fucking videotaping this. Too bad it fucking never got out anywhere. Maybe he freaking recorded a sex tape over it or some family vacation, but it never hit the internet. And fucking he was videotaping it, and I'm fucking getting up in his face, asking why the fuck he's talking shit and what the fuck's his problem, and he's fucking just, you know, just fucking cowering and all fucking scared, and him and his friends are trying to fucking leave, and we're not letting them. And then, you know, I pretty much, to make a long story short, I pretty much just fucking told him, hey, you fucking lost one match, you're gonna fucking pay him fucking $10 or fucking $20, because that's the percentage of fucking the matches that he would have fucking lost, which and fucking, you know, just scared fucking him shitless until he fucking, you know, he paid the fucking like $10 or whatever to fucking Shady, and then we let him fucking leave, and then he fucking got the fuck out of there with the quickness, you know. He just turns fucking white, and it's funny because he just like talks so much shit on the internet, but when you run into him in fucking person, he's just fucking, you know, turns white as a ghost.
Right.
And yeah, so people thought that was pretty fucking funny because, you know, you got to play out a whole fucking set before you pay the full amount, you know, but he lost one game, so I fucking demanded he paid a fraction of what he lost, which is bullshit, but whatever. I guess fucking had him fucking pretty shook.
Now, before we move on real quick, I think that might surprise a lot of people that Phil would be hanging out with the crew or have some sort of entourage. Could you describe you know, the type of people that Phil was hanging out with at that point?
It was like 2 or 3 guys, you know, between like, they were like Hispanic and white. And, you know, I think what it was just probably other guys from Connecticut that he fucking carpooled with. But
gotcha. Okay.
That wasn't the fucking end of fucking DSP's fucking mouth running.
Oh, of course not.
Because, you know, it's fucking DSP. So a couple years go by. So that's what, maybe 2002. A couple years go by, and I think it's EVO 2007. 2007 comes around, And that year, EVO had 3 EVOs. They had like the main EVO that was at Vegas, but previous to that, they would have an EVO West and the EVO East. There was an EVO West in San Diego, and fucking DSP was fucking talking shit about Mike Watson, and that's my road dog. And pretty much he was talking shit, saying fucking, like, I mean, you guys know him currently, so you hear him talk about his fucking glory days in fucking Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this Super Turbo version that was really fucking like bullshit. It came out on PS2, and that year he beat Choi and he beat Watson, and this guy was fucking just livid, man, just fucking so happy, fucking beat those guys, and I think he wound up getting like maybe 4th that year.
Yeah, that is his big claim to fame. Basically, just very quickly, what Phil claims is that this version a lot of people were not happy with, and he accused people of whining about it. And instead of whining about it, he says, is that he took those 2 days to learn the game. He showed up to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and ended up playing Super Turbo. I guess this is like a Neo Geo conversion or something like that, but
it was a really bad fucking conversion, because you figure Super Turbo is a fucking arcade game, and it just it was just so fucking hard for like console makers to get arcade perfect. There's just so many little fucking things about the game with every character and shit. So he fucking won, and his gums were fucking flopping. He's talking shit on the fucking internet. He's still, like you said, you guys heard about this story, so he's still talking shit about it, to this day.
Yeah.
But
instead of saying he got 4th, he claims that he was the number one ranked U.S. player for 2005.
Yeah, but you notice that he keeps the names out of his mouth.
Of course.
He doesn't mention, I beat Watson, I beat Choi, this and that, because when we fucking ran him down in EVO West, we didn't even fucking wait to get outside. Watson just fucking went up to him in the arcade hall and just told him, dude, why the fuck you talking shit, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And he just didn't even want to face this. Like, he just kept on, like, cowering away and looking away and just being fucking quiet, this and that, and just fucking scared shitless. And we're fucking following him around, dude. Like, what the fuck's your problem? And, Watson is a forgiving guy, so he just fucking pretty much got to the point where he made him apologize and told him, dude, fucking don't ever fucking, say my name, keep my name out of your fucking mouth, this and that, because they called him out a bunch of times, like, dude, you think you're fucking good, then, play us on the fucking arcade version for any fucking amount of money.
Exactly.
But he never fucking, fucking accepted that, of course, because he fucking knows that, it was like a bunk version that nobody fucking plays, that he got a fucking fluke win off of. So, he's just one of those fucking guys, that just runs his mouth on the internet freely, but when you get in person, he's fucking quiet as a mouse. And, fucking, you guys can ask Executioner, he was fucking there, fucking the first time, and the second time, Mike Watson was fucking there, and, he could deny it, or, come back on the internet when he hears about this and talk shit about me, but either way, if he's smart, he'll just ignore it. And just act, not bring it up, not respond to anybody asking him about it. But if he's stupid, then he's gonna run his mouth and say something stupid. And next time if I see him, he's gonna have to fucking answer.
Well, here's the funny part, Mr. Jaha. If you look in the Skype chat, what we linked right here, there's a screenshot. Somebody actually asked him about this earlier today. They went to his stream chat where he was playing MKX, and you can guess how that went. But they promoted it. They also said that you were the person that Phil ran from at EVO. Phil responds, quote, "The guy who I ran from at EVO, LOL." So he seems pretty dismissive about all this stuff. There hasn't really been, him going on record and saying exactly what happened. So that's why I think a lot of people are excited to hear this from you and actually get the truth,
Yeah, I think he knows a little better, like, I mean, that's all he can really say, or, I didn't run from anybody. I mean, just repeat what the guy says, LOL, because, I mean, he knows inside, in his heart, deep in his fucking heart, like, fucking what happened. So, he could just, like, repeat and say LOL, and I don't think you'll hear more than that from him, unless he plans on just, hiding in his fucking cave in fucking Brokeback Mountain, Connecticut, So
I've noticed that the only people he really mentions, he specifically mentioned Alex Valle and says he sort of took a shot at him. He says that Alex Valle claimed that he was busy for that tournament and was sort of protesting it, but still showed up anyway. So that was a little bit. He also mentioned John Choi and this like contraption he made out of wood to recreate an arcade cabinet. So he mentions things in bits and pieces, but specifically what he mentioned, and I don't know if you were there for this, but he mentioned after EVO 2005, they did a post-tournament tournament, I guess you could say. They did their own private tournament in a hotel room.
Yeah, that year it was another fucked up version of Street Fighter, and like they didn't even get to finish it in the hall. So yeah, they did finish it like in somebody's room and played it out. That, yeah, that was, I think that year Cole won or something like that.
Yeah,
But,
apparently Phil lost right away in that one. So, but he
Yeah.
claims he was exhausted from playing video games all day. So,
Well, I don't know. It's easy to come up with. The guy's never going to admit anything, right? I mean, we think we know that. He's never going to admit anything. And you know, everybody's tired during EVO. It's a freaking three-day tournament, you know, and you're enjoying Vegas and you're out there. So I don't know. I mean, anybody could come up with a freaking excuse, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Don't know what to tell you about that, man. But, yeah, I mean, you know, but like I said, you know, Phil is just he's just one of those jobbers that hides behind a freaking screen, man, runs his mouth a lot. And I think he learned his lesson. So, you know, he doesn't he doesn't really bring it up. And then out of nowhere, I guess, in the past couple years, he just started freaking playing video games on YouTube and getting some kind of freaking, you know, fan base or whatever. Good for him. But I don't know. It's just pretty sad to me, dude. Like, you got to get like Velcro fucking sneakers because you can't bend over to tie your shoelaces and shit. Gotta fucking sit on a couch and fucking rely on everybody else to fucking help you out, you know? And even that he fucking complains about, dude. Like, you know, fucking hurts on my couch. I can't fucking, my back hurts, okay? Fucking.
Quick question for you.
Pity party.
Do you have the ability to view a video in InstaSync with us?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because we have a short clip of Phil. Somebody asked him actually less than a year ago if he would ever do EVO again, and he actually had a pretty funny response as to what conditions would need to be met before he would do EVO again. So just give me a quick second if someone else wants to ask a couple questions. I'll set up the InstaSync, and then we can watch that real quick and get your reaction to it.
So was Phil not very well liked in the fighting game community because all he did was run his mouth? Was he obnoxious, or what was the deal there?
I think he was very much fucking hated, you know, and his mouth is what fucking did him in. You know, I'll be honest, like, back in the day when, you know, early 2000, when I was like hanging out with Shady K and Genghis and stuff like that, Shady K kind of noticed that, like, he kind of, whoever he didn't like, you know what I mean, he would kind of like instigate some shit between me and them and kind of sick me on them, you know what I mean? Because he was a little bit of a wussy himself. But that, you know, I'm not freaking ashamed to admit that. And you know, like DSP was just one of those people that fucking like everybody hated because he just like talked so much shit and was like really arrogant. Yeah, nobody really liked him, man. And you know, if anything, he just made himself known just by running his flap, you know. And you know, he still hasn't done doing that, but you know, we try to teach him a lesson to tell him like, hey, when it comes to like me or Watson, you know, dude, shit will get real if you keep freaking running your mouth, man.
So we've got the InstaSync ready. This is Phil's comments when asked if he would ever do EVO in the future. All right, so we'll start it in 3, 2, 1, play.
Already kind of answered this question. Someone asked me, am I ever, Dark Ray 117 says, will I ever go back to EVO now that I'm getting back into Street Fighter? Listen, it's not 100% out of the question that I would ever go back to EVO, but here's what you have to realize. If I were to go back to EVO now, it's insanely different than if I were to go back to EVO years ago before any of this, because now let's face it, I'm known on YouTube, I'm known on Twitch, I'm known over the internet. There's different people who have different opinions of me, right? And in particular in the fighting game community, there were always a group of people who didn't like me, right? But now there's a group of people that hate me because I made it. Because I'm successful at what I do, because because now I moved out to Washington, I got a nice big house. There are people that hate my fucking guts for it. So now if I'm going to make a public appearance at something like EVO, there will be people who will be assholes to me just for the sake of doing it to try to make a name for themselves. And I don't know if I'm ready to deal with that kind of level of bullshit and immaturity. I don't want to hire a fucking bodyguard to walk around with me, you know what I mean? And I just know there would be people there who would probably try to fucking start trouble just because I am who I am and because I've been successful. That's it. We've got to take a shit on him because of that, and I don't know if I would want to handle it. Would I love to go back to EVO at least once? Yes. I would love to one last time go to EVO, play Super Turbo, see people who I haven't seen in years, and kind of one more last hurrah, big bang, get it out of my system. But I don't know if I ever will simply because of that reason. It's probably not worth the bullshit.
So there you go.
Oh man, I had a
new bodyguards, guys.
Oh, speaking of Brokeback Mountain, look at that fucking cowboy hat.
Oh man.
So yeah, Jaha, because of you,
Jesus Christ.
Because of people like you, he's gonna need bodyguards, man.
He is so full of himself, dude. Like he's like, if I go there, I am too popular. I am fucking like a celebrity, and the fucking paparazzi are not gonna fucking leave me alone, dude. Like, are you like, you know, God, so he's pretty much saying he's like the most fucking popular person, you know, that is gonna fucking be there. That's fucking such a joke, dude.
Right. None of the stuff you mentioned, none of the stuff about him being a dick towards people and the OGs of the scene and stuff like that. It's because you guys are jealous that he's so popular on the internet.
I'm gonna make fun of him just to make a name for yourself, pretty much. Jesus Christ.
Gosh.
Definitely
man.
need to make a name for yourself here, Jaha. I think, you know, you're gonna have to go tool him up and his bodyguard too.
Make a name for myself. Oh gosh, like I really need that. I need more Twitter followers, so I gotta freaking fucking go beat up DSP and his bodyguard.
There you go.
Someone just posted a screen. Oh, Nomad, you just posted a thing. Says someone said to DSP on Twitter, "Damn, Jaha's talking a lot of shit about you right now on the SOK cast." Phil replies. Phil replies, "Everyone's talked shit about me. How exactly is this different?"
Well, I think you guys are fucking catching the vibe. He's not fucking, you know, he's not gonna say nothing back because he's fucking smart. So that's good for him. But he is delusional though, because if somebody, I don't even know, man. Like, I can't go to EVO because too many people know me. I'm known on the internet. I'm known on YouTube. I'm known in the video game community. Like, I don't know. He's pretty much saying he's more popular than everybody else. And there are some, you know, popular people out there, you know, that go, the players, you know, for instance, you know, and they don't, you know, what happens to them? They go out there. Some people might like ask them, "Hey, can you sign my stick? Do you want to take a picture or something like that?" You know, that's about it. So I don't know. He's like really delusional, thinking like, I don't know, thinking he's like freaking the Pope or something. That he needs a glass.
He's gonna have a hit squad after him.
Yeah, he thinks he's like the freaking Pope or something. He needs a glass bubble, you know, like the freaking before he goes to EVO. But yeah, I don't know. All I could really get from that is that he's delusional, man. Like,
Yeah.
people are jealous of me because I freaking sit on my couch and play video games and beg these nerds to freaking, you know, edit my videos and run my website for me, and I gotta freaking, you know, get donations and all this other stuff and rely on that. I didn't know that was something to look up to, you know. I didn't know that's making it, you know.
Yep.
That's fucking the Jeffersons and shit.
So there was another story. I'm pretty sure it's related. Obviously, Justin Wong referred to the West Coast people, which I'm pretty sure would refer to you guys, correct?
I'm on both sides, so you know, I can speak for both. I was on the West Coast in the scene, going to EVO ever since like 2000 till about like 2010.
Okay.
I moved back to the East Coast and been over here. So yeah, I can speak for both sides. But yeah, go ahead, carry on.
Okay, basically, Justin Wong just referred to the West Coast people. He said that Phil actually went to his whole. Phil was crying because the West Coast people were going to go and beat him up. And I don't know if that actually refers to you guys or maybe another group of people that also had problems with Phil.
I think that was probably us. That was probably us. We're probably the only people that would actually like beat anybody up or anything like that. And,
Yeah, it was definitely. Yeah, they mentioned the names Jaha and Watson. So yeah, definitely you guys.
Yeah, he's probably talking about an EVO West. So yeah, pretty sure that was that. But yeah, I don't even know how. Gosh, I don't even know how we got here, man. I freaking don't understand how this guy even like has a following and says he made it. But I mean, I guess
He got a following from sucking at video games, pretty much.
Yeah, just whining about everything and hearing his annoying voice and him being a freaking crybaby. This game's too hard, blah blah blah. But you know, he's just like a shittier version of like the Angry Joe show and stuff. You know, so maybe those guys should like fucking team up together and just fucking cry about shit. I don't know.
No, I mean that's perfect because a lot of his fans like the fact, if you can call them, he's got a decent group of people that watch his stuff pretty consistently. They enjoy him raging about games. They enjoy him complaining and doing stuff like that. So yeah, you hit the nail right on the head, man.
They just enjoy him fucking getting mad, watching a fucking baby fucking bang on the floor and beg for their baby rattle and shit, huh?
He was playing Mortal Kombat X today, and we're actually going to talk to one of the players he played against today, where he threatened the guy, said that he, says this guy's mentally ill. He had I think it was 2 days ago. Was that with Evil Table? Oh no, that was on Saturday.
Yeah.
I was on Sunday.
On Sunday, Saturday, he played a match against a guy who he was about to play a match against the guy. The guy asked him a question about why he did something like putting the chat in sub-only mode, and he went on about how he'd like to punch this guy's teeth out, threatening the guy, all this different stuff. So, yeah, his persona is that he's very tough, and that he's actually we've compiled a video called DSP Tries It Being a Street Fighter, where he just threatens people and just says he's gonna find. He told one person, "I'm gonna find you and beat the shit out of you." I don't know if you've heard of him cussing out Triforce online. Phil likes to threaten people and stuff like that, so it's really incredible to hear this story where someone actually calls him out and he's just turning pale white like Shaggy seeing a ghost.
I don't know if it's sarcasm, but some people are asking why does Phil need a wheelchair, but it's just a fucking joke because I don't know, I guess he's too injured to work. He can't work because freaking, I don't know, it's just this whole victim role. I can't fucking work because my back hurts, so I gotta sit here and make videos on YouTube to live, to make a job, to pay rent and pay for my fucking hot pockets, So
now he's got the gout. So
yeah, he does have gout. I don't know if you know
he
that.
does.
He just contracted gout.
So that's fucking, another addition to his fucking shitty fucking eating habits, It's like an excuse for everything. I can't exercise because my back hurts. I can't eat right because I don't have enough subscribers, So I don't know what the fuck. He's just fucking himself up, and everybody that's fucking supporting him is just sending him down the wrong path, He should freaking man up and tough it out just like everybody else and fucking work and find a way just like normal fucking people instead of, counting on like the generosity of others and trying to live off that,
Exactly.
Yeah.
He does have a Patreon now where he does exactly what you say. Capitalizes on the generosity of others, not just people watching his videos with ads like normal, but now going the extra step, doing the Patreon, and under delivering on so many different goals that he's had, and having a little bit of a confrontational attitude with this Patreon. He actually says, "If I want to use Patreon, I'll use it, and I don't care if anyone likes it or not. Get off my dick," kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, I feel bad for all the people that, actually take the time out to freaking help him out and run his website and edit all his videos and all this other crap while he just, sits there and makes, like, all these freaking channels. Like, anybody gives a fuck, man. Like, he has all these, like, different categories, too, right? Like, I don't know, I'm gonna talk about this and talk about that, and you get to watch
At one point, he had about 6 different channels. He had one for Rockstar Games, one for fighting games, one for actually vlog style videos, one for classics, even though he was only around for a couple years by then, and then his main channel, and maybe another one, I'm not sure, but about 6 channels he's had, and right now he's operating on about 2 of them. So
yeah, that's so worthless, man. That's like freaking how many of those freaking do you need? But that's whatever. I guess he freaking learned. That's why he broke it down to 2, because you don't need freaking 5 channels of garbage. You only need 1 or 2.
I mean, not to mention he tries to cut everything into as many videos as possible. So, for example, fighting games, he'll split each session up by each match. So he'll have 10 matches, 10 videos.
I can't even freaking watch him play fighting games, because then there's just so much freaking whining and like, oh my god, this is bullshit and so cheap, blah blah blah, and it's just, and then if he's like actually winning a game against somebody who's really bad, and he gets all happy and this guy's so bad, blah blah blah, I'm so good, look, I know what he's gonna do, but then if he's fucking losing, oh my god, it's lag, it's so terrible, fucking rage quit and shit, it's a fucking joke, dude, little fucking crybaby.
So yeah, it seems like Phil hasn't changed at all from what you know of him. A lot of people say he was a little bit to himself and a lot of like very reserved. Did you really see that out of him, or was he as brash and condescending and all this stuff when he came into the scene?
I mean, online he would freaking run his flap and post a lot and respond to everything. But when you see him at the tournaments, he just sits there. He's not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just sits there and just does nothing. And I don't know. All of a sudden, he thinks he's like Mr. Popular. Like, all the freaking children are gonna come out on the streets and freaking hold him in the air. Like he's fucking the mother of dragons or some shit like that. Some fat Khaleesi or something.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very much that dynamic you brought up where, usually you play video games competitively like this, you're with the person there, and there's, if you're saying something about this person, oh, this person's doing cheap shit or whatever, that person's right next to you and they can hear you, so there's a lot more accountability to when you're trash talking playing video games,
That's right. So, that's one thing that I loved in with the fighting tournaments, because people would, run their mouth on SRK, but if you really are a competitor and you're a player, you got to show up in real life eventually. Too bad that doesn't apply to these other games, I mean, you can, nowadays people can just, hide behind the screen for their whole lives and, you'd be fine. So, but yeah, those were the good old days.
Someone asked, did you know about the situation when Phil got disqualified for recording Street Fighter 4?
What tournament was that? We can find that if you want to see it on InstaSync.
Banned from EVO? I don't even remember him going.
I don't know what fighting game tournament it was, but he basically was holding up the tournament by recording, and they disqualified him. Like, the guy on the mic was trying to give him a chance, and then the guy who was running the tournament just said, fuck it, grabbed the mic, said, DSP, you're disqualified. And he, yells. Actually, let me see if I can find it real quick, and maybe we can InstaSync it if you're down for that, if you have the time. It's about a 10-second clip.
Yeah. Shoot me the link. Close the tab.
Ready? I got a full screen. I got a full screen this time.
Mr. Jaha, you ready?
I'm ready. Go for it.
Perfecto. And go.
DSP, stop recording. No one gives a shit. Play. You can't hold up a tournament. One man for DSP to report this match is disqualified.
Where am I playing? You still haven't told me. Jesus Christ! I treat you like you're a... Want me to run the fucking tournament for you?
So there you have it. Mr. Phil is recording. It's holding up the tournament. They let him know, all right, stop filming or you're disqualified. Guy goes, fuck it. This guy's disqualified. And Phil lets him have it. Where am I playing? You want me to run your fucking tournament for you?
That is absolutely ridiculous.
I think, Jaha, you got a little bit of a blowing noise on your mic.
I'm sorry, that's me laughing. I'm trying to not laugh.
Oh, okay, no problem, man.
I'm sorry. He's just so full of himself, dude. Like, DSP, stop recording. Nobody gives a fuck.
I love that so much.
Oh, gosh, dude. So full of himself, man. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop the breathing. I just fucking. Woo.
Oh my god. I could put this on repeat and I'd fucking laugh.
You still haven't even fucking told me where I'm playing at. Jesus Christ.
How could something like this happen at a tournament? I mean, is it just? I mean, you've been to so many different tournaments. Is it just Phil completely ignoring what they're saying and just continuing to record to get kicked out of a tournament like that?
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you're up, you go play. The only exception is, you communicate with whoever's running the tournament and let them know, hey, I'm playing in a different game right now, so, and you give them a heads up and no, wait, I'll come right back once it's done, but him being, he has this freaking complex, like this freaking, like, I don't know, like God complex that he thinks he's special, that like, hey, I'm recording a match here and, you wait or whatnot, so it's just ridiculous, man. He's so full of himself.